So this is week 1, day 1 of the Ladybower Ultra marathon training session. Nice easy 11k today, just making sure that I keep these easy runs as easy. Just doing a nice simple out and back route today. I'm about the halfway point, about 5.5k. Legs are okay. Still nursing a problem with the chest and bruised ribs and a toenail I won't talk about. So that's the first session over and done with. Nice easy run. The chest was a bit of a problem though, and the bruised ribs from Serpent Trail are still giving me a load of grief, but over to session 2. This is session 2 of week 1, and this is a spicy one. Don't know how well that will come out on camera, but going up that hill 10 times, 4 times 90 seconds, come back down, 6 times 45 seconds, come back down, go home, crash out. Okay, rep 2 of 4 incoming. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not going to say much about this. You'll hear by the top how hard these sessions are. So this is 90 seconds of running up that hill. So that's the first block done, 4 of 4, pretty good. But boy, do they hurt. And the last sort of 20 seconds or so for a real stinger. Okay, now back down to the 45-second point for 6 of these lovely things. And you may get the idea of the slope going downhill. Lap 4 of 6. Okay, we're well into the 45-second blocks. Now these average, depending on which website you look at, between 8 and just over 10%. But this section here coming up at the top is definitely well over 10%, which explains why it's a really good place to go and do hill reps. But it really does sting, and this is where that pain is really starting to kick in, and it's just a question of just getting to this corner and just getting round the top. Correction, lap 3 of 6. Bugger. Hate forgetting how many reps I've done. Ah dear, oh well. Number 4 coming up next. Okay, last rep. 6 of 6. Let's do this. By this point, the legs are really stinging, but I'm really pleased to have got through this session. Sometimes this hill can defeat me, particularly on the 90-second efforts, but today all of them done. Yes, it was hard, and yes, I was struggling, but it was good to get it done, and it really feels really good to get to the end.
That hurt. Heart rate 159, which is right up there for me. Maybe 168 is an absolute max, and that's 210 metres of elevation climbed. Right, jog back down and a cool down. So about a kilometre or kilometre and a half to go on the cool down. Instant reflections, pretty good actually. Having said that, that is going to be the easiest hill reps on the plan. Can easily get these reps over 300 metres, so just over 200 today. But pleased with that, session 2. But there's another 12 weeks to go yet, so let's keep it going.
Session 3, a lovely chilled out 8k run on a glorious morning, just going around the woods. I love this little section of the woods. It's always so nice, and the light can be really beautiful like this morning. And you get this lovely little slalom coming through, nice and chilled. Just being aware of the tree roots, which are a bit of a problem at times. And you cut through this into this beautiful little opening and onto the boardwalk.
Morning.
If you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos in this training series, plus other races, events and things that take my fancy over the coming weeks. You would not believe it's July. The trails are still pretty wet. Despite having a few dry days, it's just been so wet, and by now it would have normally dried out.
So we're just under 5k in to session 3. Nice easy 8k today. When I say easy, I've just been playing in the woods, so that's never as easy as it should be, but I need the trail side of things. Also need my chest to clear this morning, but the ribs are still bruised, so that's a bit tricky, so I'm definitely keeping it easy. Anyway, this is the only road stretch of this run. I'll be back into the woods soon. Here we go, back into the woods. Nearly done. Just this slope, which I must admit I hate. So based on that, and as this is an easy run, I'm just going to walk it. Something I learnt far too late. Walk the hills. Walk the blooming hills. So this is session 4, the final one of the week, and today it's long run day. The difference on this plan is that a lot of the long runs have the word hilly in them, so let's see how they go. I probably won't quite get the elevation today, but need to get this running in 19k without really hitting the trails. So this is as good as it's going to get. It's a progressive run, warm up, 3 4.5k blocks, going up in intensity for each one of those, sort of 5, 6, 7 effort. And this is definitely not an ideal stretch to be running on, but needs must at the minute. Just coming up to the end of the 3.5k warm up, mainly straight uphill, but it's a good way to get going. Right, now on to the first 4.5k block, picking the effort up slightly to say 5 out of 10. And this one goes downhill to start and then up, so definition of hilly for me. Got to train these down hills as well, so it's not all about going uphill, got to be able to run downhill, and the quads have got to take the pounding. Just coming up to the last 100 metres of the first block. The second block starts the opposite to the first one, so uphill. So let's see how it goes. Upping the intensity to 6 out of 10, although having said that, it already feels like a 6 out of 10. Oops, was on autopilot and went the wrong way, so a couple of 100 metres off course, but back on it now. Final 100 metres of block 2, starting to struggle a little bit, just need to lift the pace a fraction for the final block, but boy do I need to learn how to control my effort on hills, so difficult. Not the most glorious morning, and very, very sticky, but lovely to get out. Here we go, last block. So the music's gone back on. It's a sign I'm suffering, but I'm going to keep plodding, just keep plodding. Time to remind us some verbal cues. Chest up. Head up, run tall, relax your shoulders. Just had an enforced break to get across the main road, which I admit was very, very welcome. Okay, so that's the last block done. I was definitely struggling towards the end, but now just a couple of K, easy, very, very, very easy. Cool down, which will definitely involve some walking. So that's the cool down done. Just some initial reflections. Good to get done, but boy, that felt really quite tough towards the end. Considering just a few weeks ago I did the Serpent Trail Ultra 50k. That was my first long run on this new block, and 50k now feels a very long way away, but we'll get there. It's all part of the plan, so let's stick with it.